very high yield crop. So you have a lot of them, and while they're not worth much, that doesn't really matter, because you more than make up for it with volume. I mean, it's a pain in the butt to harvest because there's so many of them. You're constantly shuttling back to the store to sell them. Or in my case, because I had the multi-fruit silo, I didn't have to worry about, I need to ship them a long distance, and there's no storage for potatoes. It was, I've got storage for potatoes, so I just ran them back to the farm because the fields were so close. It just was really easy, and you make a fortune selling potatoes. Seriously, they are, in the grand scheme of things, they sell for a lot of money for the amount of land you're harvesting. The downside is yes, they sell for a lot of money for the amount of land you're harvesting, but it takes you a long time to harvest it. But you make a ton of money doing that, and you can buy whatever you want. So it was only about 2 or 3 years before I could afford to buy a potato harvester, the big potato harvester. At which point, I didn't care how much, how much fields I planted or how long it took, because you're making sort of £1 million per field, per harvest. A little bit more. Come on. There we go. So, move that back up. And that goes all sorts of messed up. Break. Okay. No other thing. Seriously, dude. Do that, and go. Okay, so we are now that far across the field. We've still got a long way to go. Like I said, I'm probably going to finish this off camera. It's 2.5 hours already. Already gone 11 o'clock, so another half hour has been and gone. That's okay. We're past the tree. We're mostly past the gate. I will take a left turn at the end here and go and grab the patch of red beets that we missed. Missed. Okay. Do a right turn here. If we get the wheels right next to it, we should get all of that good. And then run about 4 or 5 rows along. And cut in there. And alright. Goody goody. And how long have we been? So we've been streaming 2.5. I did start late this morning, so I'm probably going to run all the way to 12 o'clock. I can do that. The kids aren't here. Mrs. Osa's not here. So the kids aren't here because Mrs. Osa's not here. We were gonna do Easter this weekend, but I'm guessing that may be next weekend. And then and we're going to try and get as much of this as I can. Good. Ah, the gate got in the way. That's good enough. Okay. Now, 1, 2, 3. Cruise control. GPS. Yes. Okay, so for me, this is as different as it gets, I guess. I may look at that's 158,000. I don't know. If I buy the harvester, then I'm not going to have £2,000 of vehicle leasing costs every hour, which is good. And I might be able to afford that with the proceeds from this field, possibly. Although we're still then going to have to, well, I can, okay, I don't have to buy that north field. I am risking that field gets harvested by the owner. But if I get this field done at the end of September, we'll buy a harvester, because we figured out that doing vegetables is definitely feasible with a small tractor farm. I am going to need a 200 horsepower, 250 horsepower tractor at some point, but not right away. If that all happens, oops, got it. Interesting. Just ploughing through that section of land and it's picking up invisible red beets. And right about there, cruise control. But it does mean that if that field is still available after we've done the sunflowers, we'll buy it, and then we'll look at running out there with the tiny harvester and harvesting it. I'm all for that. And also, all for heading back to the farm and getting this stuff refueled. Okay, I'm going to have to take a quick break in a moment now. It may be a little bit of an issue. There is the potential a worker will do its own thing for a bit. Okay, gonna take a quick break. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, back. So, unfortunately, this is a very unfriendly map for workers. I kind of wonder if there will be a patch for it to fix it, or if again with the gate, or if we're going to end up seriously relying on courseplay for this map. So that will be a big question going forward. At the moment, I think we can cope with doing everything manually. Sadly, I can't take a contract, hire a worker to do a contract. That is not going to work. Part of the concern, obviously, with if the map gets updated so that workers can find fields, is that it may be incompatible with the game save, which might be a bit of a problem for us. I mean, I have worked it in the past, although usually we have something like the easy developer toolkit by that point. So I can give us the money that we're owed. I can move the time on to, at this point, September 2. I can make sure we've got all the equipment that we've got. And actually there was a way. I did learn how to do it in Farm Sim 19 because there were so many issues with the game updating, the map, bad things happening. That I had to restore the game twice. Oh no, I think that was when I had a hard drive crash. Yes, I had a hard drive crash. Completely lost the game save. Well, completely lost everything, but the game save was in the cloud, so I could recover some of the game save. And then all I did at that point is I recovered the game save, but the map wasn't there, but you could add a Maze Plus map version, so it was an enhanced map. So I went with the enhanced map and regenerated where we were. So money, equipment, etc., etc., and then we continued the game as was. But there is a way to force the game save to work with a new map. You basically copy some of the files, not all of them. You create a day one game save effectively on the new map, and then you copy the equipment and some of the other things, and it's close. It's not exact, but it gets you into I can carry on playing from what is close to where I left off. But maybe defining the fields, the game save will be compatible, so we'll be good to go. And then we'll be able to use workers. Then we can expand the farm a little bit faster. But at the moment, it's me, 3 tractors, and let's see how far we get. Fortunately, 4-day months, so I do have time to get the work done somewhat. I think what we're going to do obviously that bit there is a thing. This, oh, I managed to miss the game. That was quite impressive, and there's no fence in that hedge there either. Also impressive. Okay. And again, roll back. Awesome stuff. That's, well, that is the way. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Possibly the easiest way is Courseplay is currently on developer test, which means you can download it, but it could blow up your game save, it could corrupt your game, it could do, there are no warranties. There's never any warranties with mods anyway, but it's like, we haven't even checked that this works properly yet. This is a developer test release, and on your own head be it if it messes up your game save, which obviously when you're producing content you might not want to chance it, especially considering no easy developer toolkit that you could use to manipulate the game files into being what they were before things blew up. That's for another day. For now, I guess, yeah, we're going to be doing things the long way round. Do have 256,000. So we've got the rest of this month to get the rest of this field done. I might pull up the map in a while and maybe take a look at where we're up to. And also analyse the state of the field. Yeah, we're way past the gate now, so this is going to be a lot easier going forward. And there you go. I guess once the harvester's full, we'll run over, get that. There's probably only about 1,000 litres of space in the truck over there. We'll check the field state, see what's going to need to happen. We might need to plough it, which means I'm going to need a plough that is 180 horsepower or less. And then that's all in. Come on, there you go. So, does this need plough? Well, and also liming. We might need liming stuff. Now, I did load, one of the things I did pull down was this or this. Don't know what runs with that. And you can attach a tank and sprayer onto the back of that thing. It's not particularly expensive, but it might fit in for what we need to fertilise fields with. I do have the liquid lime mod loaded, so we can lime our fields with a sprayer, which is awesome. let's see how that works out. And hopefully that tractor will work with liquid lime as well. But that'll give me 4 tractors, but one that is specifically for spraying. That's 37.5, that's 57.5. That's 2-wheel drive. I think that's a 4-wheel steer. Up to 147 horsepower. So it'll give me another tractor I can do things up to 150 horsepower approximately with. But that'll give me 4 tractors. And do I really want 4 tractors? I don't know. Especially not since I can't use a worker at the moment, so it's a bit of a problem. What equipment do I have? It's an interesting question. Vehicles. Front loader, tractor, thing, cultivator, fast bale, truck, front loader, windrower, mower, tedder, bale spike, thing. I think that's a tree ground thing, and 1 weight. Okay, so I do not have anything in the way of what's it? I do not have anything to spray with, but getting that little tractor, self-propelled sprayer, either one, might be a brilliant plan. I'll turn that off. Because then I can lime and all the things. Should probably drive from in cab for this. It would work out a lot better for us. Okay. Let's have a look at the field. So here we are, field 73. It has red beets in. See, there's bits that we missed that I can't see, but well, I can't see them. I don't know where they are. And the only way to pick those up would be to drive over them with a 6 meter wide harvester, or at least a 4 meter wide harvester, to see what's going on. Let's turn off ready to harvest. Let's turn off harvested. Not plowed, not done, no review. So, okay, so that's fine. Let's go to the next panel. We are going to need to plow. Let's turn off stones. We are going to need to plough. We have weeds. So we are, we're being penalised for weeds, but we do have